Normally do it, you know that it is folding now. So this is folding, and that is folding. All these things, you have gone through that. And then, obviously over here, this is also folding, and to make the GI tract, etc. This is clear to you. So what will happen is, these two, and I'm drawing over here now, okay? I'm just drawing over here. So there is a tube overcoming, and there is another tube will be coming, and they will be joining over here, or over here. So in my diagram now, there will be a tube. Let's draw that properly. I should use the red color, and I'm just saying that it is over here. The two tubes are coming. These two tubes join in the middle to form one tube. That is the heart actually is developing. Obviously, it's over here. I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about here. If you do the section over here, it's very similar. The section is over here. And is that clear? Say yes to me, that the two tubes become one tube.
Yes.
Everybody understand that?
Yes.
It was coming like this, so now it's becoming one tube. Yes or no?
Yes.
One tube. So the tube is like this. There is one tube, there is coming one from here. So now there will be nothing, and now it's coming over here, but this is over here. So what are those things are coming, from? This will be the lung. Because you will remember that the endoderm is also responsible for the formation of the lung. So when you are thinking about it, this should be forming the lung, which I come later in the next part of that. This is not important. But at least you know the heart is over here. So this heart becomes this heart. And we'll talk about that, how two tubes becomes one tube, and then how the heart is developing over the time. So how exactly, so I have to take this out, but before that I want to make sure that this particular picture is clear to you. There are two hearts over here, and when it's folding, it's coming one. Is that okay? And it's coming. So initially started with the two endocardial tubes joined to form one tube, which is called the heart. I have a nice PowerPoint, which I'm going to show you a little later. So I'm taking it out because I have to draw other things over here. And just to make you understand that how now it is developing. And that is the interesting part. And remember again, I'm trying to emphasize the venous system. The venous system first, then next week and the following week we'll talk about the heart development. Very interesting. And then come to the arterial system and some clinical part over there. So now I'm trying to draw the heart tube. So here is the heart tube. Here is the heart tube. But below the heart tube, there is something is forming over here. I'm using the venous system actually is developing. This is called sinus venosus. You might have heard it, somebody must have told you. No. Sinus venosus. You want me to write? Keep on writing over here. Sinus venosus. Sinus is basically, the space. Sinus. Again, these are all Latin words. Sinus. Okay? Sinus venosus. So this is the sinus venosus. And the sinus venosus initially will have three veins, and you know those three veins on either side. Let me draw that. On one side is this. Then you have this, you have this. So three veins. 1, 2, 3. This vein is called the cardinal vein. So I write over here, cardinal vein. Another vein name is, this one for example, is called the umbilical vein. Remember? Umbilical vein. That's carrying the oxygenated blood. Initially there are two, but then one will disappear. We have one at the, it just starts two, but then one quickly goes away. And I'm going to tell you that a little later. But it is the umbilical vein. And another one is the vital vein, which was along with the superior mesenteric artery coming from the yolk sac to the GI system. So I'm writing over here. So 3 veins on either side. Cardinal vein is 1, followed by you have the umbilical vein. Umbilical vein. And then you have the vitelline vein. Vitelline vein. So, cardinal vein, umbilical vein, vitelline vein. Vitelline vein, umbilical vein, cardinal vein. This is a little bit red color. Umbilical vein is the red color. It is carrying the oxygenated blood coming from the mother side, taking the blood from the mother side, and then the placenta is there, coming from there, going to the fetus. So this is the fetal part. Yeah? Okay. So now look at my drawing. This is important for you. And I'm going to ask you most of the questions based on my drawing now. So be careful. You can draw with me too. So this is called the anterior cardinal vein. Our body is like this way. This is called the posterior cardinal vein. So therefore this one is called the common cardinal vein. Anterior cardinal vein, posterior cardinal vein, and deformed cardinal vein. So this is the right side, so right cardinal vein. So on the left side is the same thing. Left anterior cardinal vein, left posterior cardinal vein. Okay? And the left common cardinal vein. Yes.
What direction is our body again?
Sorry, there?
The direction of the body, the orientation of the body.
This is, the head is this side. Head is this side and the baby is standing. So this is like this way. What you see me is this direction.
How is that?
This is going up towards the head.
Not superior?
Yes, cardinal. That's what the cardinal, it's going to the up, and the posterior is going down. So I actually need to put it a little bit, I draw the same one, but a little bit wider side, so that it will be easier for you when I draw the other thing. So I'm just a little bit expanding it so that I'm going a little bit away.
Shouldn't it be superior and inferior instead of anterior or posterior?
It will be name will be later like that. You are right, but initially you are right. So who said there is superior? Yeah, very good. So it will be like that initially, but the superior name comes later. But initially it is called anterior. So one more time. This is the left anterior cardinal vein. Left posterior cardinal vein, okay? Then this will join over here. So this is the connection between this and this. Obviously there will be connection over here too. But we are not going to talk detailing about it. Now I want you to understand this part first. So what I'm saying is, let's recapitulate, and I request all of you to finish the embryology with me. You don't have to go back home and read it again, because I repeat 10 times. I told you how the heart tube is formed. Heart tube formed from the 2 different places called endocardial tube, join over here to form one heart tube. But below the heart tube, you have this one, which is called sinus venosus. Actually, the origin of the venous system, sinus venosus. In that, there are 3 important veins on either side joined. One is called cardinal vein. This is the right cardinal vein. This is the left cardinal vein. This is the umbilical vein. This is the vitelline vein. Vitelline means it is coming from the intestine. Vitelline vein. Okay? And umbilical vein, you know, they're carrying the oxygenated blood. And the left one will quickly disappear. Many things will disappear very quickly. Many things will disappear very quickly. Now, I have to mimic what you see over there. You understand that? Yes. What do you see over there? You see over there like this, and there is nothing over here. Which means, after some time, this will disappear. Make sense? Can you see the same thing? So this becomes the superior vena cava. So if I ask you in the exam, the superior vena cava is coming from where? You will see it is the right anterior cardinal vein. Is that difficult? Easy now. So if I say brachiocephalic vein, this is the brachiocephalic vein, right brachiocephalic vein. This is the left brachiocephalic vein. The left brachiocephalic vein is coming from this one, which is the connection between the left and the right cardinal vein. This is the connection. And the other part is disappearing. So this part is disappearing. Is that okay? Yes. And superior vena cava, right brachiocephalic, left brachiocephalic vein. This is exactly what it is. Is that difficulty for you? So far so good, or do you have a problem? You're not saying anything. Do you understand this?
Yes.
This one? This one I'm saying that's what I draw the adult part. Remember, your job is to understand in adult life how from the embryonic life the adult part is developed. In the adult part you have the superior vena cava. Superior vena cava means which is going to the right atrium. If you go up a little bit superior vena cava, you have two veins joining the superior vena cava, and we call that left brachiocephalic vein, right brachiocephalic vein. You can see your book. Right brachiocephalic vein, this is called the right brachiocephalic vein, this is the left brachiocephalic vein. This is the left brachiocephalic vein, right brachiocephalic. This is the superior vena cava. The other part goes down. Is that okay? Then I put a dotted line over here. Those who have studied the heart by now have realized that there is a structure behind the heart called coronary sinus.
Yes.
Have you heard the name?
Yes.
This is the coronary sinus. That's the coronary sinus. This is coming from this part, which is the left common cardinal vein. Coronary sinus comes from the left common cardinal vein. Is that difficult? Now why I'm saying is, this is interesting, sometime, and we asked in the exam too, sometime you open the heart and you see there is a superior vena cava on the left side. Now here is the important thing, and I'm going to ask, if I say that there is a left part which is forming the superior vena cava, what would be the origin of the left superior vena cava?
Left cardinal.
Very good. Left, and so in that scenario, this thing is gone. This thing surviving. That's the superior vena cava then. It is coming from the left. Is that clear now? And it is not uncommon. It is not uncommon. So now that left superior vena cava will be joining to what?
To the cardiac sinus.
To the coronary sinus. Because this is joining to the coronary sinus. Normally this is the one survives. Is that okay? And this thing disappears. Is that okay? Okay, good. Now you have to think about it. I have the PowerPoint I'm going to explain to you, but the PowerPoint, I looked at the simplistic way that I can convey the message. The book is rubbish, I would say. The textbook diagram, it did not make sense. I tried to get some internet, it did not satisfy me, because it's very difficult for the student. I'm thinking about the simplistic version of this. The only place, I don't know whether you people study or not, is the BRS. It's good actually. The board review, and then the diagrams are good over there. But anyway, you can make your own diagram, so it's not that difficult at all. Now, let's do this part. I'm telling the story that how things develop. So this one, if you look at very carefully, that this is the vitelline vein, the two vitelline vein. The right vitelline vein disappears, the left vitelline vein stays, and that is actually your portal vein. Look at the portal vein over here. Portal vein. The left vitelline vein is the portal vein. Now, this one is called the left umbilical vein, which disappears. But initially, it joins like this way. This is the joining part from the left umbilical vein that forms your ductus venosus. What happens in this diagram that over the time, the liver will be forming over here. The liver is forming over here. That will take this part separated out. So this portion will be separated out. See, there is a gap over here because the liver is forming over here. So the portal vein now goes to the liver, and this one is a little complicated way, goes into the liver. Think about it. I mean, we are not going to ask you too many detailing of that, but just keeping it in mind, the liver is forming just below that, and that's original. This diagram, which is the sinus venosa, is truncated. All of a sudden, is cut, and therefore the vitelline vein is going to the liver. The umbilical artery, also the umbilical vein, is also going into the liver. Remember the ligamentum teres? Ligamentum teres you can get from the liver. You forgot ligamentum teres? It is very good. You did not forget. It is basically the remnant of the remnant of the umbilical vein. We talk about only one umbilical vein, two umbilical arteries, but one umbilical vein. So this is the vein. The right one we talk about that. Okay, this is the one. Okay. So this one is forming the ligamentum teres. Is that okay? The left umbilical vein, this one disappears, I told you, but only connection is a little bit over here to maintain the blood, initially blood over here to go to the heart. So that one is the ductus venosus. The vitelline vein, the left part basically forming the portal vein. You don't have to know more than this, less than that. So this finished. Except for the inferior vena cava. I'll just tell you a little bit of the inferior vena cava, and that's it, all done. So one more time, I repeat one more time. You don't have a class, next one? You have a class? No, okay. Now you are thinking that, you can sleep right away. I will not take, I may take 5 minutes more. That's what when I look at my watch, I may take 5 minutes. So let's recapitulate, okay? From the very beginning, as if you don't know anything. So your starting point, your drawing should be the original drawing which I took it out from here. Ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. So think about it, that there are two hearts coming, the two tubes to form one tube, which is, the tube is called endocardial tube, to form one tube or the heart. This is the heart, in the midline, over here. We have one heart, but the two endocardial tubes join to form one heart. And then, the lower part of the heart, we have a system called sinus venosus. So let me draw it over here one more time so that you are okay. So what I'm saying is sinus venosus over here, and then you have heart tube is over here. The story of the heart tube I'll tell next time. Very interesting part. But this venous system, let me finish. So we are talking about all the blue lines today. So this one is connected with the three important veins. You got it now? So what are the three names over there? Remember this fact? This common cardinal vein or cardinal vein. It has the anterior part, posterior part. Okay, so it goes up over there, then it joins over here like that. The second one is the umbilical vein, the right and the left. The left quickly disappears, so we have one umbilical vein. So the blood is coming, the oxygenated blood, okay, is coming from the placenta towards the baby through only one vein, that is the umbilical vein, the right part. And that becomes the ligamentum teres. Okay. Then you have another vein which is called vitelline vein. The vitelline vein, you can see that the left one is forming the portal vein. The right one quickly disappears. We don't have two portal veins. If you find two portal veins, I can ask if you open that two portal veins. So another portal vein came from where? Because of the vitelline vein, the right side. The right side usually disappears. Then I say that you have heard the name earlier. There is a ductus venosus. You have no idea what is the ductus venosus. You only then remember the name at that time. This time I'm telling that this is a vein developed connecting between the left umbilical vein with the inferior vena cava, which I'm going to tell you very quickly, to bypass the liver. The purpose of the ductus venosus, the blood, because it was originally the oxygenated blood. Umbilical vein was connected to the inferior vena cava, connecting, meaning that taking the oxygenated blood quickly to the heart. So you need a bypass. For example, you come to the Al-Faisal in a normal way, you can come quickly. You have another route. You can come to the Al-Faisal University very quickly. So that is called the bypassing, very quickly. So instead of going this one all the way very quickly, you can join with the inferior vena cava. So this is something you have to learn, but I have slides to make you aware of the fact that what I'm talking about. So one more time, you have three veins attached to the sinus venosus: cardinal vein, vitelline vein, umbilical vein. Everything will disappear except a couple of places. The disappearance starts from the left side. Most of the left side disappears first. So you have when it disappears the left anterior cardinal vein, then you have a system, superior vena cava, then you have a system called the left brachiocephalic vein, right brachiocephalic vein. The one which is connecting over here, this part, it is forming the coronary sinus. Coronary sinus. Okay? This is the coronary sinus over here. I'll put it down. This is the posterior part of the heart. If you see the heart one more time, did you get your lab yet? Not yet? Half of the students got it. Okay, half maybe tomorrow or the day after you will get it. So you'll see the heart there. Somebody will say coronary sinus. Try to look at it. Coronary